everyone. In this tutorial, in this series, we shall be learning about HTML. This is our first lesson and this is the introduction to HTML. Now, first thing, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, what does it do? First thing, if any of you have the idea about C, C++, they are programming language and HTML is a markup language. Here there is no programming as you have used in C or C++ like if, else, while, loop. Here everything comes in the form of tags, elements, nodes. We shall be learning one by one what is a tag, what is a node, and how to use it. Then there is the concept of attributes. What is the attribute? What is a node? What is a tag? Now let's see what is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It describes the structure of the web page, how the web page will look like. For example, here if you can see, this what is HTML is written in bigger compared to the rest of the text. But it is made in PowerPoint. Similarly, in MS Word also you can do. You can increase the size of the text. You can give bold, italic, underline, isn't it? Then you can insert picture. You can insert images. You can insert design text, other shape. Everything can be done in HTML. Now, HTML tells the browser. Actually, HTML is the language for the web browser. Now, what is a web browser? Will be coming there. And how we write this program will also be coming there. The first thing we have learned what is HTML. It is a hypertext markup language and it tells the web browser how the elements will look like or how the web page will look like. How the elements will appear in the page. Now, what is the element? We shall understand. The HTML informs the web browser. Now, what is a web browser? Web browsers, for example, they are like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Safari. There are many web browsers. Most commonly we use are Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. How the elements will appear in the web page? The HTML consists of series of elements. Use of HTML. Why we need to use HTML? First thing is used for creating websites or web pages. The difference between website and web page is that web page, when we say it's a single page, and websites when we are making when we create a group of page and put them together, it becomes a website. You can go for a career as a web designer by learning HTML, of course along with it CSS, JavaScript. CSS and JavaScript will be taught to you in the upcoming videos. Then you can go for mobile application development. Mobile application can be developed using the two frameworks. The one is PhoneGap and the other one is Ionic. Of course, there are many other frameworks like Dart, that is the Flutter that use the Dart, then Xamarin that use the language C#, but you can use HTML, CSS and JavaScript and develop your mobile applications using these two frameworks. One is PhoneGap and other one is Ionic. There are many versions of HTML. I will not go to the history of HTML, but most probably in the year 1997-98 HTML started. Now, first version was 1.0, the second was 2.0, the third version came up as 3.2, and the fourth one came up as 4.01, and the current one is HTML5. And in this tutorial, we shall be learning about HTML5. What are the software requirements? Now, when you want to start writing your HTML, what you need in your machine? It's very simple to work with HTML. First thing that you need is HTML editor. HTML editor means where you will be typing the code, HTML code. The first one, and which is available in every machine, is Notepad, which come along with running Windows. Then you have the advanced version, that is Notepad++, then VS Code and Sublime. These three are the advanced version or has got many more features compared to Notepad. I will be using VS Code in this tutorial, so I strongly recommend all of you to install VS Code in your machine. I will give you the code in case you don't find it. I will give you the link in the description of this video from where you can download and install it. And the next one is the web browser, because whenever you type the HTML code, you have to see how your output is coming out. For that, you will be needing the web browsers. One of the name of the web browsers are like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari and Opera. I recommend you to install the first three because first two, Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, and most of us are using Windows, so Internet Explorer will be there in our machine. And if you can install others also to test the code, because at times it becomes we have to check it in different browsers. But for the new learners, it will not be necessary. But at least Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox, I recommend that. When you start typing the HTML tags, the first thing that you have to type is Doctype. Now, what is Doctype? It is document type declaration. Now, it tells the web browser that we are going to use which version of HTML or which language we are going to use, so that it becomes easy for the web browser, or web browser can render the contents much faster compared to if we don't give this Doctype. Doctype is not HTML tag, and Doctype for HTML5 is very simple. It is simply like Doctype, and before that you have to give this semicolon, Doctype Doctype HTML. This only you have to write, because I mean in other versions or the previous versions the Doctype are very long, but in HTML5 this Doctype is very small compared to your previous versions. This all for today in this lesson. See you in the next video very soon. Thank you.